Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome once again to Stately Vaughan Manor. Now, you might remember last week I did a book haul and I said that due to construction here at the manor, which is now happening, space would be limited and I would not be doing any more book hauls for a while. Well, I've got a book haul for you today, but I am in no way responsible for any of these books. None of these books are my fault. None. I will identify the guilty parties as I go along in this haul. The first guilty party who is responsible for some of these books is Justin at This Just In. Justin, out of the kindness of his heart, sent me some books. He remembered the Sunday Penguin I had a couple weeks ago of The Beautiful and the Damned. I had a nice, shiny Penguin edition of that. So he decided he would send me a bunch of Fitzgerald books that are the Penguin editions to go along with it. Wasn't that nice of Justin at This Just In? It's his fault that I have this book. This is Tales of the Jazz Age. Isn't that nice and shiny? So pretty. Yes. F. Scott Fitzgerald. I love this guy. I love F. Scott Fitzgerald. He's one of my favorite writers. And so now I have this one in a really nice, beautiful edition. And I also have The Great Gatsby in a Penguin edition. Look at that. That is pretty cool. So The Great Gatsby I got. Also got This Side of Paradise, his first novel, which is cool. It's cool to have this in a nice hardcover edition. And it's so pretty. So that was cool. And The Last Tycoon, the famous unfinished novel by Fitzgerald. So, and this one's pretty cool too. So thank you, Justin, at This Justin. He also sent me something else along with it in a separate package. The Sherlock Holmes scrapbook. He sent me this because of my Sherlock Saturdays that I'm doing. He thought this would be helpful. And it is pretty cool. It's nice and shiny as well. But this one's really cool. He just found this and sent it to me. So that is really awesome. It's got some of the great old-timey illustrations from the Strand. Just all kinds of cool stuff in here. It's really cool. Just a bunch of articles, it looks like. It's got some maps. Diagram of 221B Baker Street there. So this is really awesome. So thank you, Justin, at This Just In. I will link his channel down below. He is the first of the responsible parties for this surprise book haul, which I am in no way responsible for. This next book is the fault of Book Time with Elvis. Yes, Mark at Book Time with Elvis. Book Time with Elvis. It's his fault I got this book. I would never have got it if he hadn't been goading me into getting it. And that would be a Penguin edition of Jerome K. Jerome's 3 Men in a Boat. This is Mark's favorite. It's his favorite novel. And so I had to get it. I had no choice. It also has 3 Men on the Bummel, the sequel. Now, I haven't heard him talk as much about the sequel, so I don't know if it's as good, but I got them both in this one book. I'm going to read it sometime within the next couple months. Maybe even sooner if I could swing it. I could probably swing it. I'm going to read it soon because I want to find out what's going on in this book. Looks like they're having a great old time here in this book. So Mark is the responsible party at Book Time with Elvis. This next one is my mom's fault. She sent me this. It's Oscar Wilde's The Ballad of Reading Jail. This is something that Oscar Wilde wrote after he got out of jail. And during his imprisonment, a hanging took place. And this is inspired by that. It looks really depressing, but that's okay. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. That's pretty cool. I've never even heard of that before until she sent it my way. So the next two books I'm in no way responsible for. Actually, I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to do JeremyFee. I'm going to blame JeremyFee for this. This is The Keening by Margaret Pinard. He was talking about this series on his channel, JeremyFee. And then I found out that Margaret Pinard, who I was already subscribed to, wrote this book. I didn't even know that because I'm an idiot. But, so, you could blame Margaret Pinard, or you could blame JeremyFee, or you could be like me and just blame them both. So I blame them both. Both your fault that I got this book, which is supposed to be great. It's the first of a trilogy, maybe, I think. And apparently a really good one, and it's a historical novel, something I haven't read in a while. So I'm looking forward to this, just as a change of pace. It's supposed to be really good. So yeah, JeremyFee, Margaret Pinard. It's the fault of both of you. And I'll try to remember to link everybody down below. All the responsible parties. There are a few of them. That actually might be all the really responsible parties on BookTube, except for David Wiley. David Wiley, who made me buy these next couple books, which I would never have otherwise. This is Beowulf, and this is the translation that he says is a really, really good one. So the Seamus Heaney translated this. It's the bilingual edition. Has the original and the translation on the other side. That's pretty cool. David Wiley is entirely responsible for this. I am in no way responsible at all. It is all David Wiley's fault. As well as the next one. Now this is the Norton Critical edition of this book, Les Morts d'Arthur. I don't know. I have another version of it from Modern Library. But this is the original, I believe. Let me take a look. Oh, wait a minute. Said is spelled S-E-Y-D-E. Well said. Looked is spelled L-O-K-E. Sir Thomas Mallory can't spell, like at all. He should have gotten an editor or something, but David Wiley says this is good, so I'll read it eventually. David Wiley, it's all your fault. I'm in no way responsible for this. Part of the haul. I think those are all the books that I can blame on other people. But now I'm going to blame strangers. Now, in my neighborhood, there are a couple of little free libraries. You know, the little box in front of the house. Now, normally I wouldn't get any more books after all of this, which has been foisted upon me because of the space consideration. But these were free. They're free. You have to take them if they're free, right? I got Tennessee Williams collected stories. I've never read any Tennessee Williams stories, so I had to get it. I had no choice because it's free. And I have not read any of these, so I had to get it. I had no choice. I blame whoever put the book in the little free library. It's all their fault. And this is Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. I mean, it was there, free, saying just take this book. I had to take it. I had no choice. I had to. It was free. This one actually is something I'm really happy to have found. This is Classic Slave Narratives. This has a bunch of stuff in it. You could see all the stuff that is in there right there. And awesome, I had to get that. I had to. It's free. Also, Zane Grey, The Last of the Dwaynes, it's Zane Grey. I had to get it. I really want to read this. So I was pretty happy to find that free book. Sure, they take up space, but they're free. I had to. And now the next one was also free. This is for the Stephen King, my read every book by Stephen King. Although this is a fairly recent books, so since I'm reading them in order of when they came out, I probably won't get to this till I'm 80. So I didn't really need to get it now, you know, but it's free. So, you know, I just will get it now and I'll hold on to it till I'm 80 and finally get to it. This is Stephen King's End of Watch, which apparently somebody bought at Target for 30% off, but I got them beat. I got it for free. So there. So now the next ones I had ordered before I made my vow last week to not get any more books. I ordered these before that vow. So I'm in no way responsible. You didn't expect me to go and just like cancel orders or something. That's ridiculous because this is Conan. This is the Savage Sword of Conan. This is volume 5. They're up to 5, which means they're into the 80s by now. Yeah, issues 61 through 72. This is the black and white Conan, and this is Gil Kane, it looks like. So these are amazing, these omnibus volumes. And this is Conan, Savage Sword of Conan, Omnibus 5. So I had to get it. I had no choice. I had to. Just like I had to get this. This is the Defenders Volume 1, Omnibus Volume 1. Look at that great cover. Isn't that cool? Doctor Strange, Namor, the Hulk, yeah, Valkyrie. I had to get it. I mean, look at them all. And it's the Defenders, Volume 1. I had to. I was pretty happy to get that. Now, the last thing was also a pre-order, and this was actually canceled for a while, and so it was kind of a surprise when it showed up. I guess DC Comics decided to publish it, and that is this guy. This is Justice League of America Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 3. Of course, I've got the Silver Age Omnibuses 1 and 2, and now all 3 Bronze Age Omnibi. And so this goes up to Justice League 182. So I have the first 182 issues of the Justice League, which if I ever stop reading the X-Men, I can actually read again. So this is pretty cool. It's gigantic. I ordered that a while ago. It was kind of a surprise, actually, when it showed up. So there it is. There's my haul that I am in no way responsible for. I want to thank Justin once again for sending me those cool books. I want to thank my mom for sending me that cool book. And I want to blame Mark at Book Time with Elvis. I want to blame Margaret Pinard. I want to blame JeremyFee. I want to blame... Who else do I want to blame? I forget who else. David Wiley. I was blaming him as well for those other books that he forced me to get. He made me. He made me do it. So that's a haul that, you know, I wasn't going to get them otherwise. But what do you do when people force your hand? So that's my book haul. I don't think I'm going to have anything up tomorrow. No, it's unlikely that I'll have anything up tomorrow because my schedule is looking grim. I should have Sherlock Saturday up on time. I'm hoping to have the Sunday Penguin and Mythos Monday up on time. The construction is throwing me on a bit of a loop because they're going to be doing construction when I normally film, which is bad. But I'll figure it out. For you guys, I'll figure it out. Thank you, responsible parties. I will link all your fantastic channels down below, and I will catch you next time.